Natalie Keener works with George, with Ryan Bingham. She comes to the company as trying to change the way that they do business so that nobody flies anymore. And so George, as a frequent flyer mile enthusiast and isolation enthusiast, doesn't get along with me very well at first. And he's sort of forced to take me on the road with him. So we're trying to prove each other wrong throughout the entire film. And I mean, it was this incredibly rare thing to find a screenplay where this young woman has all this incredibly juicy stuff to do and has this incredible arc, and we get to know her so well, and she has so many kind of complicated things going on, and that she never falls in love with George. It's not a romantic lead. And I mean, George was basically, we went out one night, and I was sort of telling him about how nervous I'd been, and was still nervous about doing all these scenes with him, and how was I gonna go toe to toe with him all the time, and he was just like, because you're gonna do it offset, you're gonna make fun of me right now, we're gonna be fine, you're gonna do great. And it made me feel like I was allowed to kind of treat him like a little brat sometimes, and that made the on-screen stuff a lot easier. I mean, I think it's a really sort of timeless movie. I think everybody has the sense that they've got it all figured out, and it's a movie about a bunch of people who think they have it all figured out and realize that they don't, and maybe they've kind of gotten their priorities all wrong, and it's really about what you feel that you want to be connected to, and I think that's a question that might make people uncomfortable, but I think that's what makes movies great. Well, Jason's like the most intuitive human being on Earth, which is kind of annoying actually, because you'd like to think that maybe you've got some secrets, and like he just sees through everybody. So, but it made it really great because he would always know what you needed, and if you kind of needed to be left alone or if you needed to be pushed, and that's a really valuable quality. And there's the great thing about him is he writes this beautiful dialogue, but there's no ego about changing something if it's not working, and it's not like he tries to force a moment, and he's so willing to kind of alter things at the last minute just to make sure that that moment works and that scene works. I mean, the great thing about George Clooney is that he turns out to be everything that you think he would be. He's one of those people you want him to be Cary Grant. You want him to be, the guy who's amazing to fans and amazing to crew, and charming and funny. And he's all of those things. It was actually nice to be able to go back to my friends after filming and be like, yeah, he's that good.